What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Is Black America out of touch with Black America? So I wound up seeing a trailer for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And when I looked at the trailer, I was like, something's off. This is not relatable. Just in my opinion, it's not relatable. Haven't seen it yet. I'm probably gonna watch it because I like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But how the structure how it's structured, it just doesn't look like Uncle Phil could relate to Will. Carlton could relate to Will. Will could relate to Carlton. Everybody had a certain amount of human element of relatability. Now it's like a classism air of I don't know you, you know. And I thought about that because recently I saw a clip of Empire, which I don't watch, but there's a scene where Terrence Howard, Lucius, he took his sons in a van back to their old neighborhood, and he just said, this is where we actually started, and only one of the sons remembered it. Oh, I think one of them remembered it, the old neighborhood, and he was like, I made y'all soft because, I guarded y'all from these type of environments, but now you're in the world and you forgot that you Black. So you got a Black father telling his 3 Black sons that y'all don't even know what being Black is anymore. Y'all are human beings or whatever. And then I saw something with the amazing Lucas. I forgot the guy's name, something McMichaels. Like he's working for the Dolphins. And Amazing Lucas kind of pointed it out. The guy is he's biracial, right? He's mixed or whatever. And they asked him, what did he identify as? And he's like, he's just a human being, but he's like, my dad's Black. And Amazing Lucas was like, so you're just a human being, but your dad's Black. So you don't like being identified, but you can identify your dad, but you don't know. He's like, this is a problem. And I see that over and over and over again. And the same thing happened. I was listening to, watching The Pivot, and Floyd Mayweather was on a pivot. And he was talking about his children, how they grown. He said, but he's about to he told them, if you don't go to school or you don't start a business, you're not getting any more money from me because basically all they do is shop, party, blow the money and then come back and ask for more money. So he's like, look, y'all can't do this because, when he's passed on, he's going to need them to make sure his grandkids are straight. And the reason I bring that up, I'm going to end up doing a live about this. There's going to be cliff notes. The live going to come out before this video. But what wound up happening was at this juncture, you see a lot of Black kids who are privileged, who are trying to be extra hood in a privileged environment and think that's what being Black is. But they don't know what poverty is. They don't know what actually a bad neighborhood is. Like they can't even understand that a lot of us who grew up in those environments and grew up poor, a lot of us didn't even know we was poor. Because we were kids and we played and we enjoyed our childhood and we had to become teenagers and adults, or we had to participate in sports and different activities, and we wound up going to different areas and different neighborhoods. And that's when we found out, oh, wow, I felt like I was rich because I had everything that I wanted. I couldn't get everything that I wanted, but I had enough. And I didn't realize that people were living like this. Oh my God, So, but when you see the experience and what I was getting at earlier about being relatable is it looks like we have a generation of Black people who is far removed because of their class from the Black quote unquote struggle, and because of their, which is not a bad thing. your family's in the middle class, upper class, that's cool. But now it's to the point where even if you try to emulate black people, and you're black, and you're trying to emulate black people from an environment that you have no inclination about, and even if you're trying to act it out, it's evident that you can't even tap into that because you really never had the struggle. You really don't know what the environment's really like. So you're not you can't be you can only tap into privileged environments, or ideal environments. You know how to play somebody who's privileged. You don't know how to play somebody who's impoverished. That's just too much of a stretch for you, and I can see it, and but this idea of people in these environments trying to play like they are, it's like and then you got people, within the community who are from those neighborhoods, but they were sheltered even though they were from those neighborhoods and environments. And now you see them trying to emulate and act like what was really going on there, but you don't really know that they wasn't really like that. You get what I'm saying? But they can tell you anything because you don't know what it was like. So, and partially the age factor, different ages, groups don't get along, different experiences. Like I say this real quick. If anybody watched The Wire was really based about stuff that happened like in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? From you say from the 70s to maybe the early mid 90s, late 70s to mid 90s, but pretty much the 80s. When I saw the trailer for Fresh Prince, that was the 90s. Maybe late 80s to the 90s. Because think about it. When the last time you heard about somebody getting shot at a basketball court? That was the 90s. You get what I'm saying? But people don't even go out and play basketball like that no more. Like, it's just, but I'm going to leave it at that for now. Y'all tell me what you think. Catch you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.